The Florida Transportation Plan, or FTP, is more than just a plan. It's a forum for regional collaboration to connect communities, policies, and programs across the state. The plan is a comprehensive statewide blueprint guiding Florida's 30-year transportation future. The FTP's transportation policy lays the foundation for investments in FDOT's work program. Updated every 5 years, the FTP is a collaborative effort of state, regional, and local transportation partners in the public and private sectors. The FTP will be developed in alignment with state statutes. Florida Statute 334.046 requires the plan incorporate FDOT's mission, goals, and objectives. In addition, the collaborative effort and vision for the plan development meets the requirements set forth in Florida Statute 339.155 to consider the entire statewide transportation system and all modes. These statutes require the plan be updated every 5 years, be developed in cooperation with the metropolitan planning organizations, and in consultation with affected local officials in non-metropolitan areas and with any affected Native American tribal governments. In addition to state requirements, the 2055 FTP will be updated to meet all federal requirements. These align with the previously mentioned state statutes and reflect the collaborative efforts and key priorities outlined in the plan update. The 2055 FTP will reflect both a statewide and regional approach, incorporating community values and needs. During the FTP update process, a streamlined steering committee of key stakeholders will guide the development of the goals, objectives, and policies that make up the plan, and will outline a common transportation vision for the next 30 years. The FTP will set overarching goals for the state and define objectives based on input from Florida's different regions and encourage local communities to create their own strategies. Our partner agencies and stakeholders will use the plan to develop their own transportation strategies and connect the plan to future transportation programs, ensuring each community's unique needs are addressed. To make the FTP accessible, all information will be communicated in plain language, so the plan and concepts are easy to understand. The FTP will be updated with statewide and regional collaboration through steering committee guidance, focus group support, and comprehensive community engagement with partners and the public. FDOT strategically assembled a 16-member steering committee to provide broad representation of state, regional, and local stakeholders. The steering committee, in collaboration with FDOT, will guide the development of the goals, objectives, and policies that make up the plan. Throughout the FTP update process, the steering committee will meet 6 times. All meeting materials presented at the steering committee and meeting summaries will be available on the FTP website. Steering committee members represent all modes of transportation across the state, in addition to statewide, regional, and local organizations shown here. Kim Holland, FDOT Assistant Secretary of Strategic Development, is the steering committee chair, and a list of the steering committee members is provided on the FTP website. 5 focus groups have been developed to provide a forum to address more targeted discussions on the goals and objectives. The focus groups will provide input to the steering committee at key milestones. Each focus group will be centered around one of the major topics listed here: safety, resilient infrastructure, economic development and supply chain, technology, and workforce development. The 2055 FTP update process is currently in the visioning phase, and your input on the vision for Florida's future is integral to this process. Visioning will include the identification of trends and conditions shaping Florida's future and involve collaboration on the long-range transportation vision for the state. Next, the statewide goals and regional objectives will be identified and finalized. Based on the vision and continued collaboration on transportation perspectives, opportunities, and challenges, the FTP goals and regional objectives will be developed based on input received. Finally, the plan will be developed based on the outcomes of the visioning and development of the statewide goals and regional objectives. While the FDP guides our transportation future, it is not a list of projects. The FDP will empower Florida's communities to develop local strategies around the FDP framework. Statewide, regional, and local transportation agencies will use the FDP to guide their future transportation programs. We will now review how you can get involved in the 2055 FDP update process. The FDP website at www.floridaftp.com will serve as a comprehensive resource for our communities and partners to view updates during the plan's development. Please visit the website to review meeting materials and summaries, view advertisements for upcoming meetings, and provide feedback throughout. The website will be updated regularly to provide information as it becomes available. To effectively involve everyone in developing the FDP, let's review the opportunities described in the Community Engagement Plan. First, the Steering Committee guides the creation of the 2055 FDP. Second, 5 focus groups will provide input to the Steering Committee at key milestones throughout the update process. Third, through statewide webinars, we will connect with you in our communities to provide updates and receive feedback. Finally, regional workshops and virtual open houses will be held at key milestones to allow you, our local community members and partners, to share regionally focused feedback. Active engagement is critical for shaping a successful plan for Florida's transportation future.